A couple days ago, I was speaking with a new client. We were talking about the wonderful things about the Palm Springs area, such as the sunshine, the amazing world-class golf courses, yada, yada, yada. You know all those different things you've seen in all my videos. But I was saying, the number one reason why Palm Springs is probably the best place to live in the world is because if it was going to be the end of the world, there's no other place that I'd want to be than here. This video, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why, if it was the end of the world or just another presidential election, this is the city I'd want to be in. Let's roll. Before we get started, make sure you smash that like button. It'll help this video do better. And also hit the subscribe button with the bell to be notified when I post on a weekly basis for videos about the Palm Springs area. I'm Tommy, I'm a local realtor here. And the first reason why you want to move here at the end of the world is this area last year was totally unaffected by rioting and looting, and we had protests, but they were peaceful like they should be. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because last year was a crazy year. With the pandemic, with everything going on with rioting, full cities were being burned down. Some cities like LA and Chicago, it wasn't even safe to go outside your house. So a city like Palm Springs, this whole area, we didn't have any problems. We had one peaceful protest, which was great. And then after that, that was it. El Paseo actually boarded up the windows and stuff, all the different shops and restaurants, because we were worried that we might have something similar that was experienced in LA. I mean, in LA, it was crazy. People were being stopped on the freeway, pulled out of their cars, beaten. Whole streets, city blocks were on fire. Stores being looted, and we're talking not even just like bad areas in LA, like Rodeo Drive was being looted, okay? And during that time, if you lived in the city, I have friends and family that live in LA, it was a very scary place. And it took a long time for the National Guard, and you couldn't even trust the government and call the local police to come save you at that time. So one thing I love about this place is 50% of the homes out here are vacation rentals or second homes, okay? So just the demographic, usually it's more of a retirement community out here. We're seeing a lot more younger families come out just with the high prices in California. More people are relocating out here, but it's just a very safe place. Cities like LA, the Bay Area, they experienced lots of craziness the last year. And let's be real, the next presidential election is probably not going to be good as well, just like the last. I don't care what side you are on. You don't want to be in a city that's not safe, where if you have little kids, you have your family members, parents, where you could potentially, burn in a building, or, be robbed, or be, burglarized, or just shot, or whatever. You're not going to experience that out here, okay? When all that shenanigans was going on in all these cities in the US, I was sitting by the pool, okay? Just like you should be. We were playing golf out here. So that's why I love the Palm Springs area. That's the first reason. The second reason why you want to be here at the end of the world is still you're in California, so you get to go to the beach, you get to go to LA, you go to San Diego, go up to San Francisco, go to the wine country. I mean, you have all this right in your backyard, but you're still about 2 hours away from any major city, being in the Palm Springs area. It's really isolated, being a valley from all these cities. So the people that come here are really vacationing, they're hanging out. We don't get a lot of people just coming here for no reason other than a vacation. So it's nice that being close to LA, but still, if there's like World War II or III happening, a civil war, being out here, you're pretty safe, okay? The people out here are just playing golf, they're sitting at the Marriott drinking Mai Tais. So that's the perk of being here. You're close to those cities, close enough that you get to enjoy them, but far enough away where you're not gonna have to deal with anything. Yeah, and you know what, if you don't like this video, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. I don't wanna live in a city that, I might potentially get robbed or stabbed at, okay? The third reason is that during the pandemic, many cities were like a ghost town. If you look at New York, it was just shut down, hit hard. Some of these major cities have denser populations where the Palm Springs area is very spread out. And during that time, this was a very amazing, pleasant place to be. I mean, many of the homes out here have community pools. You have your own private pool in your backyard. People were still golfing, just with like a family member. People were still laying by the pool. I was still, outside in my backyard hanging out with my kids. I mean, life didn't shut down just because the pandemic came. We were still enjoying all that Palm Springs has to offer, where in other cities, you were just like locked up. I mean, you didn't have a choice, okay? It was like the end of the world. So that's why it's better to be here, because you know what? There might be another coronavirus. Who knows? I mean, hopefully not, God forbid, but you never know. And when that happens, where are you gonna be? And you know what? Maybe you just buy a second home here to have it just in case, something pops off. And if you need help finding your second home, my information's below. I help a lot of people through this YouTube channel. I'd love to help you. The fourth reason that you want to be here at the end of the world, or just in general really, is the homeless problem is not out of control. So even places like LA, well, LA especially, but even places like Beverly Hills, and just like Westwood, Manhattan Beach, really nice areas, the homeless problem is so out of control, just due to the lack of housing, how expensive California is. Our government hasn't done anything really to fix it, nothing really. So those cities are just a mess. Like, just take a look here at Venice Beach. I mean, you wouldn't let your kids or even your dog walk on that beach because they'd probably get like hit by a needle. And I lived on Skid Row. I lived with the homeless. My parents had a homeless shelter, on 5th in town, right on Skid Row. And, eventually when my wife got pregnant, we came to move out here to live full time. And, every day, there's a lot of amazing people that lived out there, but you had a lot of drugs and gangs and things of that nature. And it's not safe. And living out here, it's too hot really to be homeless. I mean, especially like most of the year. And we have, like some rescue missions out here, but we just don't have quite the homeless problem. And I think maybe because we're more of a vacation community than like San Diego, the Bay Area, LA. And let's be real, it's not going to get any better anytime soon. And these people are living in $1 million homes, multi-million-dollar homes, and they have like tent cities right outside their door. So it's like you decide, what kind of life you want to be living. If I'm living in $1 million home, it's going to be with a golf course, there's going to be a little lake, there's going to be some ducks going around, and I'm going to be relaxing, not like scared that my car's gonna get broken into. So that's really the fourth reason why the Palm Springs area is an amazing place to be, especially at the end of the world. We're really sheltered from just a lot of the craziness that goes on in the world. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button for me, or I guess a dislike if you didn't like this video, but thanks for staying to the end anyways. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.